Hey guys, it's Thursday. I'm Tom, and I am super excited because right now I'm en route to New York City.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So I've only been to New York once, and it was for a total of maybe 3 or 4 hours. And since then, I've always wanted to go back and actually spend a little bit of time in New York. And I've been practically vibrating with excitement for the past several weeks. Anyway, I wanted to very quickly talk about how New York is featured in a lot of my favorite books and movies, and I thought that a great way to do that would be to talk about a few that really resonated with me and that really got me excited about this trip when I was thinking about it and planning it. So this book, Just Kids, came out last year. I believe it came out in 2012, and it won the National Book Award for Patti Smith, and it's basically a memoir of Patti Smith's time in New York as a young and starving artist. Patti Smith, for those of you who don't know her, was one of the most influential early pioneers of punk music. She was an artist and a singer, and she was also involved with Robert Mapplethorpe, who was one of the most famous photographers of the late 20th century. And this story documents their relationship. It's beautifully written, and it really it epitomizes the whole idea of being a starving young artist on the gritty streets of New York back in the early 70s. Such a great book to read if you want to get all romantic about that idea of living in drafty apartments and waking up every day with almost nothing to eat but totally driven by your art. Great book, and it really, she's writing a sequel right now. I can't wait to read it, but there are some places in here that I am most definitely going to make a point of wandering by when we are walking around Greenwich Village and the Lower East Side. Another book that has really been around since I was a kid is From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. This book, which won the Newbery Medal back in the 60s, I think, by E.L. Konigsberg, is so awesome. And a lot of you have probably read it. There was a movie too called, I don't remember what it was called, but my brothers and I used to watch it when we were kids, and we had the book, and we read the book, and we loved the movie. And it's basically about two kids, wealthy kids in New York, who run away from home and go to live in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And as a kid, the descriptions of that museum and just the idea of leaving your everyday humdrum life to go live in a giant museum where you could wander around at night and check out the artwork and the displays, it totally spoke to me. And it's just a fantastic book, and I am really excited to check out the Metropolitan Museum. It's at the very top of my list. And coincidentally, I've been talking a lot about The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt lately, and I can tell you I'm halfway through, and it is surpassing my expectations. It's incredible. Everything about it is amazing. But importantly, the very most important thing that happens in the book, the incident that sets off the entire story of The Goldfinch, happens at the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And so two books that are set, or at least partly set, at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So that's one of the things I'm going to check out. And the other piece of art that I want to talk about is actually a movie called The Squid and the Whale. It came out in 2003 or 4, and it's about two brothers growing up in Brooklyn. I believe they're in Park Slope or Prospect Heights, one of those neighborhoods in Brooklyn, back in the early 80s, and their parents get divorced, and it basically follows the older brother as he kind of goes through his own early teenage crisis. He has no idea who he is, and he's trying to figure out how to navigate this new situation that he's in. And it's a great movie. It's set in the very early 80s, 82 or 83, which is a period that I'm really drawn to. And so check it out. And the title of the movie, The Squid and the Whale, comes from an exhibit at the Natural History Museum, which is another place I'm going to check out, along with the New York Public Library, which apparently has a great exhibit of children's illustrated books throughout history. And I'm going to do a lot of eating, and I'm going to do a lot of walking, and I'm going to do a lot of taking of pictures, and I am just so excited. And I'm going to try and get some video while I'm there, because I think it might make for some cool content for a future Rebels video. Anyway, that's it. Right now I'm actually en route, or I might have already arrived in New York. I've made this video a bit early, and that's about it for this week. Next week I'll be back at home, sadly coming down from my hopefully amazing vacation, and I will report back. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.